Hi, I'm Steve, the Introverted Traveler. I've made it my mission in life to explore the beaches, deserts, mountains, and even cityscapes around us, and to do so while avoiding contact with as many people as possible. And although I will never hang out with you for any reason, I do invite you to join me on my journey. Come and see the world through the eyes of an extreme introvert. On this edition, we hike up an off-highway vehicle road on our way to Signal Peak in the High Sierra of Northern California. Along the way, we will see partisan off-road vehicles, dense forests, and stunning views. All of this and much more on this Introverted Travels. Greetings once again, and we are back here on yet another adventure. And today I may actually have found an area where there's hardly any people. I'm up in the Sierra Nevada, of course. I'm off Interstate 80, and I am hiking to a peak called Signal Peak. It is actually, let me turn you around here. It is going up a Jeep trail. So this is actually an off-highway vehicle trail that dubs as a hiking trail as well. The hikers are allowed on this trail. So I couldn't, of course, get my Prius anywhere near this trail. So I had to park in the one of the open spaces at a nearby campground. But there's hardly any cars in the parking lot of the trailhead. And they're all like, you know, huge Jeeps and trucks and all that stuff. And I haven't seen anybody. I haven't heard from anybody. So we may have finally found the introversion mecca. We're in the middle of the busy Sierras. I can hear the freeway. It's not that far from here, so I can hear, you know, people rushing. But as far as actual seeing people, I haven't seen anybody yet. Of course, I've only been doing this for about 10 minutes, but cross my fingers, and I'm hoping that, I don't want to do the sun. I'm hoping that today is going to be relatively people-free. I'm sure I'll see one or two people up there, but this is supposed to be a pretty quiet trail. We're going to go up to the top. There's an old lookout at the top, and apparently gorgeous views. It's about a 7-mile hike or so, according to all trails, so it's probably like a 70-mile hike. But yeah, I may have actually found, you know, my lost city of Atlantis for introverts, which is this trail that has nobody on it. That's absolutely amazing, and it's amazing because every other trail in this world has like 5,000 people on it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go up. We're gonna see what we can see, and hopefully avoid people, and then we're gonna come back. Yeah, it's just another Sunday. Let's go. Well, so far so good. This isn't the greatest trail to hike on, but it's a road, so I don't really think I can complain. Well, I can complain and do all the time, but in this particular case, I knew what I was getting into. Man, it's incredibly challenging because look at the terrain. I don't even know how Jeeps get up this thing. I have never been off-roading. I will probably never go off-roading. I've never seen off-roading, so I don't know what it looks like. But I'm not exactly sure where the entertainment value in driving up something like this is. I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there that are like, yeah, that looks great. I don't get it. I mean, first of all, driving to me is not that much entertaining anyway. Hiking and running and doing that type of, that's cool. Driving to those locations is fine, but I guess however you want to get your jellies in life, folks. If you want to drive up this thing, go for it. But right now, I'm hiking it. I haven't seen a single soul, not since the parking lot. It is so nice. It is quiet. This is how nature should be. Nature should just be me, my GoPro, and nature. Like literally just nature. I don't have to listen to any mundane conversations about how people are, you know, the people they know at work or the people that they talk to or the work that they're doing or any of that stupid crap. I don't get any of that out here. Not so far. Now, watch, I'll get up there and it'll just be tons of people. But actually, I don't think so. I haven't seen any Jeeps on this trail. I haven't seen any people on this trail. I've seen trees. Beautiful, wonderful trees. Well, I don't know if you can see that. Down there is the freeway. So I'm not that far from civilization. But yeah, so I see the westbound, eastbound, and then up there on top of all that is railroad tracks. Okay, I have a pretty good idea where I am, but I'm over here, or over here, wherever the sun isn't, which is much more isolated. And if anything like, I don't know, a bear attack or a cougar attack or, you know, Bigfoot tried to eat me or something, nobody would hear me scream. I would see civilization and I would die watching the traffic go by, knowing that nobody hears my cries and nobody is going to save me, and the darkness is about to embrace me. Happy Sunday, everybody! Yeah, see, these are the type of thoughts that go through my head whenever I'm out in a possible situation where Bigfoot can eat me. But, you know, it's kind of cool to see all the traffic. I wouldn't call it beautiful, but the mountains and the surrounding area are beautiful. But yeah, it's actually pretty light traffic for a Sunday. And I don't think Bigfoot comes out this early, so we're gonna keep going. This is a hard trail. This is not an easy trail. This, of course, is a Jeep trail, so it's not exactly meant to be for hikers. But again, it also dubs as a hiking trail. I've seen a few boot prints here and there, but no people. So I'm on the Bigfoot Death Trail. Nobody can hear me scream, but at least I don't have to deal with people. I'll take the Bigfoots over the people. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm probably rambling and insane right now, but let's go. All right, so this is the most exciting hike ever. There's nothing going on. You don't get a lot of views, but you do get a lot of trees, and I appreciate that. And of course, again, no people. But according to All Trails, this is the spot where there are a lot of, or I guess not a lot of, it says that rollovers, meaning the Jeep will literally go, have occurred here. Now, I could lay down on the ground and roll over and then say, yeah, it happened to me too, but you know, kind of a germaphobe, and this dirt's, well, it's dirty. So I'm not gonna do that, but apparently this is the area in which Jeeps can flip over, trucks can flip over. But again, being who I am, I have absolutely no idea why anybody in their right mind would want to come out here with any kind of vehicle and go up this crap. I mean, I don't even know why I want to do it on foot, let alone on wheels, but definitely easier the way I'm doing it. But yeah, this is where we are. We're still going. I haven't died yet. No Bigfoots have eaten me. And no people have annoyed me. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Well, that was amazing. I just was passed by two very, very off-road vehicles. They weren't even vehicles, they were like, I don't know what the hell those things are called. They're basically like the forest version of dune buggies, but yeah. I don't usually get political here. Well, aside from, you know, asking why we haven't given Native American land back and talking about climate change and whatever else I've talked about. But their off-road vehicle had a Trump license plate. I didn't even know off-road vehicles needed license plates, let alone Trump license plates. So I'll just paint the picture. I'm in the middle of nowhere, innocent, sweet, you know, cute. And out of nowhere comes off-road vehicles blaring country music and bearing Trump license plates. Of course, I didn't get into any political discord with them. They just nodded at me and drove by. So I can't say anything past that. But I will tell you, I'm running if I hear banjo music. I mean, that's it. I'm running in the other direction if I hear any banjo music. Now, of course, this is California, so I actually think banjos may be prohibited by law, but I digress. They have custom license plates for off-road vehicles, and people are supporting Trump. Those are two very, very odd things to me that make absolutely no sense whatsoever, but I'm not political in here usually, so I'll just go ahead and keep walking. Well, here's an update. Still hiking. Still going up this road. Clouds are gathering. I'm really hoping those aren't thunder clouds. I don't think so. There's no thunder or lightning in the forecast. There is partly sunny conditions, maybe a little bit of rain. So let's hope that I don't have to run my butt down this hill. But so far, so good. Haven't encountered anybody except for those people with the Trump vehicle. And yeah, it's been quiet. There's a butterfly. There's beautiful clouds up there. There's beautiful trees. You know what there isn't? Other people. It's so nice. This is the way nature is meant to be enjoyed, folks. And I love it. Absolutely nobody in my space, nobody in my face, nobody making noises, nobody thinking that they're the center of the universe, except for me, of course. It's wonderful. I don't know how far I am away. I know I'm more than halfway there at this point. I'm probably about another mile away. It's more than likely you can't see behind the trees, but there's some peaks up there. That's more than likely where I'm going. And let's just hope the weather holds. Alright, as is typical, everything's getting steeper and steeper and steeper. 2 trucks just went by me. I think the lookout is in that general direction. There's a cell phone tower or something. There's a scary looking cloud. And I think I might have just felt rain. All right, so we're almost there. Making our way. And of course, the only people I've seen have been in vehicles. No hikers out here except for me. Probably a reason for that, but All Trails has it listed as a hiking trail as well. So I'm gonna keep going. Gonna get to the top. Gonna get my ass off this mountain and going home. In that order, as usual. Well, I made it. Check this out. Isn't that cool? There's still some snow out there. Of course, I see the freeway. Big towering clouds, which I'm pretty sure are thunderheads, but we're about to go back, so I think I'm gonna be okay. But yeah, and over there's the reason I've got good cell reception. And there's some trucks behind me. There are a couple people up here, but I don't really see them. So I'm just gonna pretend like they don't exist, like I usually do. And yeah, just admire where we are, folks. Check out how awesome that looks. Of course, in a couple of months, maybe even next month, that's all gonna be covered in snow again. But at the moment, let's just enjoy the Sierra Nevada and hope I don't run into any thunder. I mean, I'm pretty sure those are thunderclouds, but they seem to be evenly distributed and I haven't heard any noises. So I'm going to finish up here and then I'm headed back. Here's the other side. Again, we have that lake down there. I'm at the end of the All Trails map, so, and I'm not exactly sure what these things ahead of me are. Some sort of weather station, maybe, I have no idea. Monitoring stations of some kind. There's 2 trucks, but nobody's in them. I don't know where the guys went. There were a bunch of guys in those trucks. I don't know, because they passed me on the way up. I don't know where they went, but here's where we are. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. All right. It wasn't the greatest hiking trail to get up here, but hey, there's nobody out here except for, you know, me and these guys, and I have no idea where those guys are. So yeah, it's a nice day. Now, supposedly there's a lookout. I don't know if that's the lookout. I think that's just a a cell phone tower. And I don't know what's in that direction. I think I see the lookout over there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip it though. And I'm gonna go back because I'm worried about the clouds still. And I'm just tired. I just hiked up a freaking Jeep trail. But yeah, let's listen to the sounds of nature. And that's so much better than some Karen whining about her work drama all the way up the trail and back. All right, folks, I'm heading back down. I'll let you know if I get struck by lightning, or hit by a car, or if I just fall on a chipmunk or something. I'll apprise you of any drama. Let's go. All right, so I've been doing this a lot lately. You see up there on the ridge, the two cars where we were, the two trucks. There's the cell tower. I don't know where that lookout is. It's somewhere up there. It's an abandoned lookout, but again, those clouds look very scary, and I've been burned multiple times now. So I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, I was up there, and now I'm down here. I was up there, and now I'm down here. Okay, enough idiocy. Let's go. Well, I'm at the part of the hike where I'm meandering through the woods. I'm almost to the last mile. So I figured that before I switched to the poles and the headgear, because the last mile, well, it'd be nasty. Because it was the first mile that we crawled up. And it's gonna be even harder going down it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my trail rating. So, there needs to be a little asterisk next to this trail rating. Because on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst possible thing for an introvert, Disneyland on the 4th of July, and the number of people that are there, versus the 10, which is in the middle of the field in Antarctica, where there's no people, only penguins, this trail rates about a 9. I mean, it is a very isolated trail. I have literally seen no other hikers, no walkers, no people with dogs, no people with kids, no people chatting, no huge groups. The only people I saw were some rednecks with a Trump license plate on their vehicles, and a couple people in Land Cruisers who made it up to the top, and then I don't know what they were, where they were. So that's it. That's the only people I've seen the entire day. So in theory, this should be the greatest hike ever. However, what I will tell you, yes, it rates a 9 on my introversion scale. What I'll tell you though is, this isn't a very enjoyable hike, but it's a off-highway vehicle road, and it's really not meant to be a hiking trail. People do use it for a hiking trail. It is on trail, it is on all trails as marked as a hiking trail, but all trails is a dirty liar most of the time. So I wouldn't really consider this much of a hiking trail, although there were great views at the top. It was very cool to get to the top, and you can hike it. It's not the most comfortable hiking trail though, because there's a lot of gravel, as we're going to see the last mile or so. There's a lot of gravel, there's a lot of scree, and it just isn't really designed for walking. However, some people might like that. I'm not a huge fan. So in the trail in general, I'm not recommending it, even though on the introversion scale, it does get a 9. On my misery index, all right, I'm going to be miserable in the sun here. In my misery index, I will say I'm about, a 2, because again, it runs from 1 to 5, 1 being not miserable at all, which is a mythical, it's like, that's a unicorn, basically. That's literally a unicorn. So, a 1 is just can't exist in this universe, because I'm always miserable in some form or another. And then 5 is like the most miserable, and then sometimes I just break the scale and I'm horribly miserable. But today, I'm about a 2. There's nobody out here. There's nobody to make me miserable. I saw some people at the campground I parked at, and that sucked. And of course, people in the vehicles, but people in the vehicles just went by, so I'm okay. So it's really good for me in those regards. I just wish this was a better hiking trail and it wasn't a road. And I enjoy going up to the peaks and, you know, doing all that, but I don't know if it's worth going up this rough road. So that's my trail rating. I'm sticking with it. And if you do decide to come out here, I mean, feel free. I'm not going to come again. So I'm perfectly happy if all of you want to come out here. But just know you're going to be hiking on a road, and it's not a trail. And there's some places on the road that are trail-like, but not this. This is not trail-like. This is rough crap. All right, I am just about back to the trailhead here as I slip on loose gravel on this hellhole of a off-road vehicle trail, road, whatever it is. It's for cars and trucks to go up there. It's for off-road vehicles, but you can hike it too. So I don't know, it's a conglomeration, but it's hellish and it's hard, and there's boulders and there's loose gravel and there's all sorts of things. But that's okay, because I'm done. I can complain about it, but I'm done pretty much. Now, I'm almost back to the trailhead. I parked down the street at a campground because I couldn't even get my Prius, which can barely drive on pavement, let alone, you know, dirt. I couldn't get it into the parking lot of the trailhead. So I still have a little bit of ways to go, but not very far, literally less than a quarter of a mile once I hit the trailhead. But before I say goodbye to everybody here today, let's do our quick recap as I continue to navigate this trail and continue to try not to break my hip. So, we went up a steep off-road vehicle trail. There were huge boulders. There was gravel, as I said. There were rocks. There were tree branches down. There were potholes. There were people with Trump license plates for some reason on their off-road vehicles. I have yet to figure out why, but yeah, then we reached the top. We didn't see the lookout. I couldn't find the lookout. I'm sure it was down a trail that I just didn't want to go because I was uncomfortable with the thunderheads up there. But we got to see the wonderful views. We got to see people parked at the top. We got to see of course, the cell phone tower, but we got to see the Sierra Nevada laid out below us, and that was awesome. So overall, not a bad day. Not my most favorite hike, but that's okay. There are hikes like that, but you get the good things out of it that you can, and that view was actually very spectacular. So I'm happy I did it. But right now, I'm going to tell everybody to stay introverted. And I'll see you in the next adventure.